Hi, it's Becky, and I am here today with part 3 of my Scentsy Club from May of 2024 shipment. Life just got busy, and I haven't had a chance to film my third part, but I've got the last of my Scentsy Club. Gotta put my readers on. Okay, so I left off, I put everything in alphabetical order. It's just easier for me to organize and find things when I'm looking for it. Let's see, I left off with this sheet right here. Okay, I'm just gonna put this over here. Sorry for my. Okay, first up is Pink Apple and Nectarine. This came out in a summer bar brick last year, and I have a couple of bars of this. I'm not sure how long I'll keep it. It's a very nice fruity scent for the summer though. It's just one of those things, like if it doesn't come back and bring back my bar, we'll probably just never see it again. So I don't know how much longer I'll keep it. I'll just play around with it this summer and see how much I really reach for it. Next up is Pink Leather. This one really surprised me. I was surprised I liked that. It was a scent of the month, I think last August. If it wasn't last August, it was the year before. Sometimes the years just blend together and I can't remember, but I know it was like a late summer scent. And it's very pretty. I like that one a lot. I use it for the bathroom or bedroom. Next up is Pink Sunshine. I believe that came out in either a Valentine or Easter collection of 2022. And I almost had kicked it out of the club, but I thought, oh, I think that smells like a nice summer bar to me. So, I mean, and then sometimes if bars sit a little longer, they actually settle and they just become beautiful. And that's one scent that I really am glad that I kept in my club. Next up is Pinkberry Fluff. As I mentioned too, a couple of girls and I share this club, and she was ready to kick this one out. And I thought, oh, I don't know. I had part of a bar left, 4 or 5 cubes, and it's a real smoky scent. I mean, I don't know. It's got pictures of marshmallows on there. Every time I see a marshmallow or any kind of marshmallow scent, it just feels like it's a smoky scent, like toasted marshmallow. I can't remember. There's a couple other ones, but I accidentally mixed this with one of the mental health awareness cubes in my bathroom. I didn't realize I hadn't cleaned out the warmer, but actually mixing those two together was actually a beautiful scent. I'll try to put that in the comments whenever I remember which one that was that I mixed it with. Next up is Positively Pink. This was part of the breast cancer awareness collection last fall, and I liked 3 of the 4 scents. One of the scents reminds me of Linger, and I can't remember if this one, I think this is the one that reminds me of Linger. I'll also put that in the comments too. I should have better notes when I picked this out to start doing the video. Let's see, now we have Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. I love this one. This is one of my favorite fall scents. It's been in the catalog for a long time. One of these days, I imagine it'll probably disappear, and then we'll all have heartbreak. So I just have this in there for safekeeping. It's beautiful, and I don't ever want to be without that one. Let's see, what do we have now? Pumpkin Roll. Pumpkin Roll came out in a brick last catalog, and a lot of people say that if something comes out in a brick, you better watch out, or you might not see it back again. So I like this as a fresh bar only. I've had a bar that I had, laying around a little bit, and it aged, and for some reason, just for me in my house, it doesn't age well. So I just make sure once I get a bar, I try to melt through it pretty quick. Next up, this is one of my very favorite. This is probably in my top 10. Red Berry and Spruce. This is never coming out of my club. It's a beautiful pine berry scent. I love it. This one and Be Merry are really very similar to me, and I love both of them, and yeah, totally favorite. Red Cedar and Sage. I believe that came out this past January in a Bring Back My Bar. I had a bar of it that was about 3 years old. I think it was another Bring Back My Bar then before they changed the rules. Yeah, just a very nice woodsy, that sage and cedar. Very beautiful, very beautiful. But I only want to warm that one really in the fall. So I'll just hang on to it until then. I'm sure it aged really well. When I opened up that one that was 3 years old and warmed it, it did fine. Another one that kind of surprised me, Ruby Nectarine. I really like this one. It didn't come back in the last catalog. I get 2 bars of this. I get 1 bar, and my friend Kathy gets the other one. And to me, I don't get a lot of nectarine. Well, I guess it crossed between a nectarine and apple, but it's a real appley smell to me, and I really love this one. Next up, Rum Raisin Cookie. This one I'm on the fence about. It came back in a Bring Back My Mark a couple rounds ago, and it's just got a real strong, pungent smell. I don't know if it's the cross between the cinnamon and the raisins, or what it is, but I usually mix like a half a cube of this with either vanilla bean buttercream or vanilla cream, because it just rounds it out a little bit. It helps take the edge off of whatever that is, that edge that I'm getting on that bar. But I mean, like I said, I only use a half a cube at a time with something else, and I have 2 warmers in the kitchen, so I'm using 1 cube, and so it takes me a long time to get through a bar. So once I get a little stash, I might keep that out of the club. I'm not sure. Next up, Rustic Lodge. I love this one. A lot of people love this. It's come back and Bring Back My Bars quite a bit over the last probably 10 years. This is a scent memory. When I first started warming Scentsy, it was one of the ones that that I originally had gotten. It reminds me of being up in the North Woods in Michigan when I went to visit my great-grandmother as a little kid. Every year we went up there for our family vacation, and I love it. A lot of people love that in the fall. I probably won't ever get rid of that at my club either. Next one, Saddle Up. It came out in a small collection last year with a special warmer, and I had never smelled it before. I do like leathery scents. I've never warmed weathered leather yet, so I do want to do a comparison to see which one I like better. But it is nice. I use it for the bathroom only, in my husband's bathroom, and it is nice. I do like it. Next up, Salted Bergamot Breeze. I actually have this one and that Tiare and Coconut. It's coming up here. And there's another one, that Star Apple and Freesia. I got that in my cup. All 3 of those were in this Island Day collection 2 summers ago. It was a beautiful collection. I loved it. Maybe 3 summers ago. 2, I think. Very aquatic. I like aquatic scents. I'm a little picky about them. I do have a stash of this, so I'm not reaching for it, so I need to figure out what's this summer, what I'm doing with that, if I'm keeping it or kicking it out. Let's see. Salted Caramel Cupcake. This one here is on the chopping blocks for me. I like this one as a fresh bar. I had an older bar, and when I say older, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half, and it does get kind of little, when the oils start settling over time, it gets real juicy on the edges. So, I don't know. There's a lot of caramel scents, and I just can't figure out which one I like best. There's one coming up that I do like. Actually, this one here, Salted Caramel Toffee. I like that better. I had this warming in my kitchen yesterday, and it was a beautiful, beautiful smell. I love caramels, but I have a hard time figuring out which one I like the best, because every time I put one in, I go, oh, yeah, I like that one. And then about a week later, I try a different caramel, like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that one, So it's hard to know which caramels. They're all good. Next up is Sand Swept. I think that disappeared from the catalog. We didn't see it last year or this year. I think that was a heartbreak for some people. It's a very soft, it's aquatic, but it's almost just more of a bathroom smell. I don't think I'd ever put this in the open layout, but it is really nice for a bathroom or a laundry room. I've used it in both places. Let's see. Next up, Scarlet Sunflower. I have that in my club for safekeeping. We should see it come back. It's been in the last several catalogs. A lot of people love it. It's a bestseller, I believe. It's just a beautiful fall scent, and I cannot wait to warm that. When I smell these, it's funny because I do have a lot of fall scents. I'm putting these on a sort of a table tub thing, so I can try to keep track of all these. I don't have anywhere to put them while I'm doing this video. Yeah, a lot of these are fall scents, and then we'll just have to see what comes back in the catalog. We should know in the middle of July, because Scentsy Family Reunion is the middle of July. It's in Orlando this year, and I am not able to attend, and I'm hoping that, on our spoiler page, they're going to, share the catalog, so we'll see what's coming back. Another one here, Scary Good. I'm keeping this in here also for safekeeping. This is a good mixer. I don't really like it on its own, but there are some things. I just mixed this with the cinnamon buttercream the other day, and it was really good. There's a couple other mixes out there that I'm going to try this fall with that one. But like I said, that's one I use like kind of half a cube with also. And, so it takes me a long time to get through that. Next one up, Shoreline Drive. It's another aquatic scent. Yeah, I'm gonna have to warm that this summer too to see where I am. Maybe which one do I like between this one and Salted Bergamot, Coral Waters. I warmed Daydream Oasis. That's currently in the catalog, and I do club that every year, but when I warmed it, I don't know if I just put it in the wrong space, but I put it in the laundry room, and it was okay, but it just has an odd note in it, and I'm not sure if Daydream Oasis will go back in my club this year because I think there's just too many other aquatics that I like better. All right, next up is Silver Bells. I have 2 of these in my club. Safekeeping because I can't be without this one. This is in my top 10. And it is an absolute beautiful scent. Everybody who loves Silver Bells knows why they love it, and that's the same reason I love it. And like I said, I've got 2 bars in my club. Never want to be without that one. Next one, Simply Irresistible. I use this in my husband's bathroom every time I get ready to kick it out of the club and get used to, or get close to warming the end of the bar. My husband will go, "Oh my gosh, that's a nice scent in the bathroom." So I just keep it around for that reason because he seems to like it. Next one up, I have 2 bars of Snowberry. This is also a scent memory. This was one of the ones that was a winter scent when I was first starting to warm Scentsy. And oh, it is beautiful. I just was shocked whenever it came back in the catalog last winter because it had been out for a couple of rounds for the fall winter. And I think it just randomly came back. And so it was nice not to you have to vote this back and to bring back my bar. And we just saw it appear in the catalog. I'm kind of hoping Scentsy does that. Like, just give us a little teaser every catalog. Just, I would love to see them do that in each category. Like, give us a bakery, like, let's say maybe you give us, a lot of people like almond croissant. A lot of people like butter pecan. I mean, just throw one of those in the catalog, in the fall and just make everybody happy. Or, and some floral in the summer or some, just anything. Give us maybe 3 or 4 different old scents just in the catalog, another round that we can see them. We don't have to worry about voting them back because everybody seems to like them. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll do that. Next up, Sleigh Ride. This came in out in a special collection last winter, and it was a holiday collection or one of them. And like I said, there's a lot of pine scents I really like. This one and the Frosted White Pine were new last year. I can't decide which one I like better, so I'm just getting another bar just to kind of test it out and see what I think. And maybe that one of those 2 will probably come back in the catalog. I'm sure they will. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the next one. Next pine scent that I got coming out of here. Soakin Rays. This one did not come back last year. It was introduced 2 summers ago as one of the 10 new scents. It's reminds me of suntan lotion. I do like those suntan-y, like coconutty bars. And I thought it did pretty well. I was really surprised. I think out of this past summer, I think like 8 of the 10 made it back, and this is one that didn't make it back. So, but anyway, I put it in the club because I wasn't sure. I mean, I think I like 2 or 3 of the bars, and I put them in the club just to, for safekeeping. I'm kind of glad I kept that in there. Next one up, Sparkling Magnolia. This came out in a Mother's Day collection a couple years ago. I just think it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I love warming this in the spring. It seems to hold up pretty well with age and over time. So I love that bar. I don't know that that's ever coming out of my club either. It's good. Spice Berries. This came out in a Bring Back My Bar a couple rounds ago too. And I traded this bar with another girl. Very pretty. I think the first time I ever found it, I was at like one of those, sales, town sales that, people have those vendor events, and somebody had that. I thought, ooh, that's really nice. I do. I love that. That's never coming out of my club. Spice Berries, a very good fall scent. I love it. Another one here, Spiced Ember Glow. Before I joined Scentsy, I had a party in December of 2021, and I was always on the fence about trying this because I thought, ooh, it's kind of smoky. It's kind of odd. I don't really know. I mean, I wasn't real about apple scents. I wasn't really about smoky, but I don't know. I just tried it. I thought, oh, and it's very good. I mean, warms great. Last couple days, it's a beautiful fall scent. I'm so glad I put that in the club. Star Apple and Freesia. Like I said, this is one of the Island Day collections. They finally changed the cover to this, so I feel pretty confident that these are fresh pours. Every time I see the old packaging on the other ones, I just wonder, how old is that? Are they selling me stuff that's been around for a couple of years since this collection, or are they actually new pours, or just getting rid of the stickers? I don't know. Star Apple and Freesia. This is another, yeah, a very pretty scent. I like it a lot too, so I'm going to keep that around for a while. Very nice to warm in the summer. Strawberry Bliss. That came out, I think, in the Easter collection this year. I think it was Easter. I'm not about the strawberry scents. Like I said, I think I've mentioned before, they are very imitation to me. But this one here, it's been knocked my socks off. I thought it was very good. And so I thought, yep, I'm keeping that in my club. That's the best strawberry I've seen since I've been doing these, yeah. Sugar cookie. That's one that you can get in a brick. If you have Scentsy Club, you can get that as your half off in a brick, or, just order it. But I'm surprised that this doesn't stay in the catalog all the time. I think it did. I think there was it had a run, and I think they just, kicked it out at one point in time. But it is nice. I wasn't a fan of it for when it first came out, when I first started, trying different bakeries. But I do use this as a mixer also. I like that one. It is good. Oh yes, Sweet Orange and Evergreen. Love that. Absolutely love it. I was surprised that didn't come out in the catalog last year. I would love to see that in the catalog this year, but like I said, Frosted White Pine and Sleigh Ride came out. So I just don't know. I don't think that's gonna Sweet Orange and Evergreen. I don't think that's gonna. I don't know. Maybe it will make it in the catalog. I don't know. I get 2 bars of this. I love it. It's one of my absolute favorite pine scents. If I had to say right now what's my favorite, that's the one it would be. Tahitian Twilight. That came out last summer, I believe, maybe in August, I think, as a scent of the month. And I was on the fence about it. Like I said, it's got pictures of pineapples on there. But I get a pineapple coconut in it. I don't know. It's really pretty. Like, sometimes I'll, decide, I want to warm different coconuts in the in my living room, and I'll just put 3 different ones, like 1 cube of each in 3 different warmers, and I just get a nice coconut mix. And so that's kind of how I use that one. It is pretty. Then like I said, Tiare Coconut, that's also part of the Island Day collection. Now, it does have the new clam imprints on the back, so, but I think since he had already changed over to those, so I don't really know how old this bar is. Now, when I get done using a clam, I peel the sticker back, and then, there's a way you can kind of hold this up to the light, and then there's there's a date on there, it'll say like 05/23 of 2021. And you can see it. It's sometimes you really got to struggle to see it. Sometimes these stickers get gummy, and so what I do is I spray that Dawn Power Wash spray and sprinkle a little bit of baking soda on there, and I just kind of scratch it off a little bit until I get the gummy stuff off and let it dry out, and then I can see. Sometimes I'm just curious, like, how old is that bar? Did Scentsy sell me a bar that's already 2 years old? They've done that before, and I wish the date would be a little more prominent so you could see it and sort of just feel good that it's, pretty fresh. Toffee Butter Crunch. That's another one that was in a Bring Back My Bar, I think, when I first started, and I like it too. It's also a caramely, but it's more buttery. That's what I like about this one. It is more buttery than caramel, but it is nice. I do like that one a lot too. Yeah. I change my wax in the kitchen every day just because, that's where I spend most of my time, and I really like a lot of the bakeries. So every day I just treat myself to a fresh scent. So this one here, okay, Turn Up the Pink. This was part of the breast cancer awareness collection. This was my favorite of the 4. I don't know if it reminds me of something else. I don't think it does. But, like I said, like now I smell it, I'm like, do I like it? but it warms really well. And I put it in the bedroom, and it's really good. I have 2 plug-in warmers, one on each side of the room in there, and it just seems like it's enough in there that I get a good, a good flow of scent in there. Next one up is Under the Oak Tree. This was part of that open range, I think it was called, collection. When that collection came out, a lot of people talked about that being very light, and I agree, it was very light. But I let those bars sit for a while because I just felt like those are going to be some of those bars that really come alive, I think, after they sit 6 months or so. This one here, Under the Oak Tree, very pretty, very leathery, a leathery smell. Very good. I like it. I'm glad I kept it in the club. Next up is Vanilla Cream. I have 2 of those in my club. Now, I have quite a little stash going. But like I said, I use this as a mixer. It is good on its own, but I gotta inventory this and see how much I have. Next one up also is probably in my top 10 now. If I've gone over my top 10, it's probably the top 15 or 20 at this point. Vanilla Suede. I get 2 bars of this. I love it. It's a scent memory. One of the first, I think this might have been the very, very first bar that I ever warmed with Scentsy, and I love it. It's great. It's a great bar. Good for bedrooms, good for bathrooms, really good for anywhere. I mean, I wouldn't put it in the kitchen, but it's good. Wide Open Spaces, that was also another one in that open collection as that other Under the Oak Tree. And this one here reminds me of Maui Mist. I don't know if anybody else has ever said that, or it has a Play-Doh-y kind of cast to it. I always thought Maui Mist did too. I don't know if anybody ever described it like that, but I like this one. It's different. That's, different. Winter's Eve. This is one too. I don't know how long I'll keep that one. I think it came out in a brick a couple winters ago, and then I just added it to club. It is nice. It's good for a bathroom or just my bedroom. It's a nice, just fresh smell. That's why I like it. And then this 50th anniversary iridescent. It came out in a brick when the special 50th anniversary came out with the castle. And it's got a soapy scent to me. I know it says it's supposed to smell like you're in a resort, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, I get it because it's one of those two that, it's probably never going to get voted back. I don't really know. Okay, so back when I talked about some scents, Very Snowy Spruce was also in a brick in the catalog last year, along as was the pumpkin roll. And so this might be the last you see of this one. I think it's not going to come back. I don't think. It is pretty. It's different. I mean, like I said, all these pines are a little different, and I just want to hang on to that for a while. We'll see. I got 2 left. See, we're getting close. Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. That came out in a, I think it was a scent of the month a couple of years ago. It was like around September, October. And I think people say they get pineapple. I don't know if I don't get pineapple out of this. It is a fall scent. I mean, it's very pumpkin-y. I like it. Enough that I kept in my club. I've got a few bars on hand now. But it's a pretty pumpkin scent. I'm just not ready to warm it right now. Last one, Whiteout. That's also a scent memory. I think it was one of the, like Snowberry, and I think those were out in the same catalog. Whiteout, very minty, fresh smell. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Yeah, I had 2 bars, and I just whittled it down to 1 because I think I have another bar or 2 on hand, so I didn't want to get too big of a stash because I want to keep control of that. There were a couple of bars that I do want to go down on my list and look at this real quick that I already had given away or traded out before I had done the video filming, and I just wanted to make mention that they are in the club that I traded out. Let's see. Cinnamon Pine Cones is also in my club. I love that one. It's so good. It did come in the catalog last year. So we saw it like I think it was December of 2022. 2, I think it was. And then we saw it in the following year's catalog. I don't know if it'll be again. I don't know if it was a one and done. It'll be in this one or not, but it was very good. I do have that one. Let's see. Another one that I have is Perk Me Up, and that's another one that I have in the club that I really like, and I'd already given that one away before I could film. And Pineapple and Dragon Fruit. That one reminds me a lot of Cocoa Lime, but it's a little different. So I kept that one. I think that might be all of sort of the ones that maybe I had given away before. I'm not sure. But anyway, so that finishes up my club. I think I had 156 bars in this quarterly club, and I tried to dwindle it down. I think I had 178 before I started, and I couldn't dwindle many down. But here's the thing. I don't have a monthly club. I don't have a bi-monthly club. I have just a quarterly club. So, and I skip one a year. So, okay, let's just say, I know last round, I think I had 106 bars, and this one jumped up quite a bit because there were some limited time offers. There were the fall bars that I was keeping for safekeeping and whatnot. So, but then I think, well, if there's somebody that's having a bi-monthly club, right? And let's say they're getting 30 bars. So in a 6-month span, they're going to get 90 bars, right? And let's say that same person also has a quarterly club. And let's say they're getting 30 bars there, right? So they're getting that twice. So that's 60, right? So now we're at 90 plus 60, 140. So I'm not too far off. So I don't feel too guilty. Although I do need to dwindle this down. Like I said, we'll find out in middle July as a consultant. We'll find out what's coming out in the fall catalog, which starts September 1st. And then I'll be able to take out a lot of the fall bars, hopefully, that you've seen in my videos here on my list. Hopefully I'll be able to get rid of at least 20 or 25 of those. And then I'll skip my August shipment. So I won't get my club again until November. So that gives me, it gives me a 6-month time to warm through a lot of my club bars, hopefully. And hopefully I can whittle that down so then I can decide, in November, what am I really going to make cuts on? What did I find myself warming, and go from there. So anyway, I appreciate your time and, you watching and listening to me ramble about my club. I enjoy sharing my bars and giving a little bit of my thoughts and reasons why I keep things or reason why I love things. So I'd love it if you subscribe, and if you want to share your link and let me know about your sites, and I'll try to watch your videos. I really want to get back to starting to film a few more different things other than my club. So thanks, and have a great day. Bye.